Texas. Ain't no hold 'em. So lay your cards down, 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 down. So park your Lexus and throw your keys up. Stick around, round, 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 round. Stick around. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor now. Woo! There's a tornado, in my city. It's the basement. That shit ain't pretty. Rugged whiskey. We surviving. A red cup kisses, sweet redemption, passing time, yeah. Ooh, one step to the right. We headed to the dive bar we always thought was nice. To the left, then spin me in the middle, boy, I can't read your mind. This ain't Texas, ain't no hold 'em. Lay your cards down, 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 down. So park your Lexus and throw your keys out. Stick around, round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor. I'll be damned if I cannot dance with you. Come pour some liquor on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor now. There's a heat wave coming at us. Too hot to think straight, too cold to panic. All of the problems just feel dramatic. Now we're running to the first bar that we find, yeah. Ooh, one step to the right. We headed to the dive bar we always thought was nice. Ooh, you run to the left, just work me in the middle, boy, I can't read your mind. This ain't Texas, ain't no holding. Lay out down, 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 no. Pocket Lexus, throw your keys up. Stick around, round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I cannot dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor. I'll be damned if I cannot dance with you. Come pour some liquor on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a, come take it to the floor now. Ooh. Spurs, to the floor now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Shoot, come take it to the floor now. Ooh. And I'll be damned if I cannot dance with you. Baby, pour that sugar and liquor on me too. Spurs, boots, sologenic, photogenic, shoot. sleep is friends with death, but maybe I should get some rest, 'cause I've been out here working all damn day. Blueberries and butterflies, the pretty things that greet my eyes when you call and I say I'm on my way. You and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm weather, where we lay out late underneath the pines and we still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together all the time. Spilling wine and homemade drinks, we throw a cheers, the worries sink. Damn it, it's so good to be alive. We know that we don't got much, but then again it's just enough to always find a way for a good time. You and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm weather, where we lay out late underneath the pines and we still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together. This love is all we need. Oh, we've got so much. You and me, oh, you and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm weather, where we lay out late underneath the pines and we still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together all the time. Goes on and on and on. Goes on and on and on. Goes on and on and on.
Tell me how it feels to know you'll never be lonely again. You spend the rest of your
Welcome along, everybody. Delighted to have you back with us live on FEI TV. We are here with you once again at the Future Champions for this event at Hofkastelman in Hagen. We are getting set for the third of our 4 Nations Cup competitions, and it is the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth for the children, youngest here, and 6 nations once again coming forward in this opening round. We have those for Belgium, for Ireland, for Germany, Switzerland, Spain and the Netherlands. And exciting competition, I do not doubt, lies ahead. So good luck, everybody. Here we go. The track itself is set and ready. The course, which has a time allowed, just to check my course plan. In fact, it's gone missing on the course plan. They're giving me one with the 0 seconds. We'll come back to that in a moment. Meanwhile, I can tell you that this course is set by Klaus Holler and Olaf Herman. Jumping a height of 1.30 m and 15 different jumping efforts, 12 numbered fences. So the first to go is in there now. This is Jiske van Eden. It is Belgium that came out the hat first to kick things off. The opening draw going their way. And unfortunately, that first fence has gone down, so just needing to recover from that a little bit now as best they can. Rode on the team last year at the Children's European Championships in Italy. Final line, if it hadn't been for that first fence, they've jumped a really strong round. Finish on the 4. First fence goes down. After that, Jiske, though, keeping everything cool, calm and collected. So going round there in time 79.44, so no issues in terms of the time. So we move from Belgium to Ireland. James Kernan, our chef to keep for the Irish. Charlie Flynn is going to go first for the team, and Ireland, well, they're looking to try and make it a hat-trick. They won the juniors, they won the ponies. They have been in dominant style so far, and I'm sure they'll be hoping to keep going. This ride is Elia. First season for this young jockey. Rode on his first Nations Cup in Compiègne. Safely through the combination as Charlie now coming into this final line to try and get Ireland off and running with a really strong start. Just sort of losing the camera there a little bit at the end, and actually that final fence has gone down. I think it was the last. Unfortunately, then it is a score of 4, and it comes up right at the end of the course. So that means that we have to just sort of sit and wait to see who's going to give us the opening clear. Time allowed, by the way, it was confirmed at 85 seconds. So next to go is Max. It's for Germany, Maximilian Kolga riding Chuck Fokti. Four as they come round to this combination. Nations Cup debut. This combination for Germany. And starting on an 8, Jean-Claude Lee and Maximilian Kolga there to start things off, and it's showing though it isn't going to be simple as this course presents a challenge for these horses and riders. Matilda Larsen is up next. It's the first to go then for the Swiss. This horse is Dover 9. On the Nations Cup with the other horse Cool and Easy in the round down in Busto Arizio. Did jump this though in Linz back at the beginning of May. It's been a big part of the team so far this year. It's also rather nice to see the sun shining here because the rain earlier was unpleasant. This, though, is a round that is certainly going to shine brightly for the Swiss because Matilda Larsen's delivered the clear and Dover 9, the opening clear of this Nations Cup competition for the children here in Hagen. Future Champions event showing perhaps a future champion for the Swiss there. So Matilda Larsen, clear round with Dover, and that is the first of the clears. Well, next to go is the Pathfinder for the Spanish team, and this is Charlize O'Connor-Jabou riding Carros. Another in her first international season, and also jumping in their first Nations Cup for Spain. What a shame. That final line catching them out, and for the score for Charlize O'Connor, Cabu and Kados to finish on that score of 4. So, like Belgium's Islands first riders, we see fences fall, of course, for Germany as well. It's only the Swiss so far that have secured a clear. Well, there's still one more team to go in this opening rotation of riders for the first round of this Children's Nations Cup, and the Netherlands fulfill that slot. Here they go with Liv Linsen. Liv is riding Cassini WZ. Rode at the Europeans in Gorda Minore last year. In fact, finished in the top 10 individually with this ride. So, didn't quite go to plan for the team, admittedly, last summer, but individually, in terms of her performance, a cracking result. And of course, has been back on teams already this year in Zidovic. Just on the 4 at the moment, jumps well through the combination though. Round they come into this final line, keeping them in touch. Well, they finish on the 4, the first to go for the Netherlands, so that was Liv Linsen and Cassini WZ, of course. There will be a discard score for all of these teams as they all come forward on, well, with teams of 4 riders. But for the moment, the Swiss will be the happiest of those teams we've seen so far, having that clear round from Matilda Larsen and Dover 9, the only clear so far. Remaining teams scoring 4 with the exception of Germany on an 8. Now, though, we move to the second rider to go for Belgium. This is Marco Guillet riding I Love You at Atlanta. And now moving into this second rider from each of these 6 teams. Was on the winning Nations Cup team in Zidovic. All just coming inside there just to make sure they don't have any issues with the time allowed. As they come round towards this final line, Margot Guillet then. Belgium with that part of the combination going down in the middle. Moving on to a score of 4 for the team, as you can see the round discarded there. So there we have it for the score at the moment. Well, we know that Ireland, as was just said there, also started with a 4 penalty score. That came from Charlie Flynn. Now, though, Ted Fagan and Con Sol goes next. Ireland, I'm sure we'll be hoping to see if they can bring a clear round on to their scorecard. These 2 were jumping in Mullingar recently in the 2-star. They're part of the winning Nations Cup team for Ireland in Compiègne back in April. Also jumped on the Nations Cup team in Centaur that month. Fence 7 down to the water. Just letting the horse open up, jumping that with a lot of confidence. You could see that a long way off. They were well placed. Sitting back, just getting that control to the combination A, B, C. Already looking towards that final line. And Ireland get their clear round. Well done, Ted. Well done indeed. Ted Fagan and Console keeping Ireland very much in the mix here, because that will ensure for the moment, as you can see, they could yet still finish on 0. So it's given them now a fence lead over Belgium, who of course are on that team total of 4. Next to go, though, is Germany. Charlotte Moken riding here with Keisha. Germany, who started with that 8 penalty round from Max. Again, in a similar boat to what we've just seen from Ireland, needing now a clear round to just try and make sure they don't fall back in terms of their score too quickly or too early in this competition. Still a whole second round of jumping to come a little later. Was on the Nations Cup team with this ride in Centaur back at the beginning of April. Second year of competing on teams. Combination out the way now into this final line of fences here for Charlotte. Germany looking to try and get their opening clear, and they do. So Germany following the Irish with a clear round and that ability to remain on 0 in terms of the score. So also getting that advantage at the moment of a fence in hand to what we saw from Belgium. 3 teams have gone, 3 teams to go with this second rotation of riders in the opening round, the first of 2 rounds for this FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth for the children. Next up then, it is going to be the turn of the Swiss team. Well, I think it is. Should be Noah. Noah Phillips de Vist and Venture goes next. Coming in, of course, the Swiss team already have got that clear round on the board from Matilda Larsen, so have given themselves a little bit of an advantage early on, but they want to now try to press that home if they can here with this young jockey. Rode on the Nations Cup team as well to the podium with this horse in Buster Aricio. Perfect round so far. Is it the perfect start? It is indeed. The team from Switzerland are continuing a exceptional start to this Nations Cup competition as they get their second clear round. It comes from Noah Phillips de Vist to follow up the performance of Matilda Larsen. So it's keeping things close, keeping things tight at the top, with Spain up next. Elena Vasquez Arjaro going, and this is Gypsy Cardento. Spain, who also started with a 4 from Charlize Cabu. Want to try replicate what they've been seeing from those other nations so far, with those clear rounds starting to come. Having their Nations Cup debut for Spain. Oh, they got deep, but somehow got out of that problem. But now they need to ride forward down to the water. Well, they did a brilliant job there to recover, and will be probably a little grateful there's poles over the water jump in the children, of course. Lands, no, they don't. The last is gone. They just got flat over the final fence, and down it goes to score the 4. And Spain also move on to a 4 penalty score, just like Belgium. But it was such a tremendous try from that combination of Elena Vasquez Arjaro and Gypsy Cardente, but they do finish on a score of 4. Still tight. Fencing it here, fencing it there, but now it's the Dutch team's second rider to complete this rotation. Minnie Vos goes next. She's riding with Sira de Beausoleil. Netherlands, who started with the 4 from Liv Lidson. The 4 though, and now so are the team. Vos and Sira de Beausoleil then finishing on a score of 4, and the team moving on to the 4, but it is still just a fence after 2 riders that sits between all of the teams. 6 teams. We have 3 teams that could as of yet finish on 0. They are Ireland, Germany and Switzerland. Perhaps the Swiss in the best position by virtue of the fact they have 2 clears already. Belgium, Spain and the Netherlands could all yet finish on a score of 4. But we are now going back to Belgium. Eva Mendelier and Lorenzo. Belgium have had both riders so far finishing on 4 penalty scores. So now coming, get this round underway. On the winning Nations Cup team together in Zedovic back at the end of April. Went on to get a good result at the Grand Prix as well. So far, so good until the middle of the combination gets in the way. Well, it becomes 8 by the end. That'll be held as the discard, but it does move the team onto a score of 8. Eva Mendolia for Belgium, leaving just Robin Vermeer with a important round to come in a short while as the anchor rider in the team.
So the Irish team, as next with 4
Ireland next up, clear in a 4, so one of the 3 teams that could yet finish on a 0 score. Robbie Sheehan and Fubelia is the ride. Where are they? Here they come. So on that successful team, these two in Compiègne. They also jumped on the team in Centaur, their second season of jumping. Started towards the back end of last year internationally. Through the combination here for the young Irish jockey. Going a long way to keeping them on that 0 score, and that it has, because in a clear round there for Robbie Sheehan means that Ireland could still finish on 0. At worst, it would be a score of 4, which is still a strong performance. But Sam, who will be the last to go, has that chance to bring the 0 home in round 1 to Ireland and will at least give them a share, if not the outright lead going forward. But the outright lead we will see, because now it is Germany holding a discard of 8, but had the clear from Charlotte Boken last time round. So therefore still in a good, strong position to keep up there as part of the leading trio. Now Litz Grisova riding Castellino 5. And they come number 5. And unfortunately that going down will move now Germany onto a team total of 4. They stood together on the podium with the German team in Linz. Also rode on the team though back in April in Centaur. So now just trying to keep it to the 4 because they're holding an 8 penalty discard. So if another fence does go, that would count towards the score as well. So 4 it is, and Germany therefore moving on to that score of 4. Still the young star, Brianna Beerber, who's already been on her pony team today, will be in with her horse for the children's team in a short while. But for the moment, Germany finishing after 3 riders on a team score of 4. Now to the other team up there pushing for the lead. It is Team Switzerland. 2 clears already, Matilda Larson and Noah Phillips de Vries. Means Annick Michel here. Oh dear, that was never going to work, and it has gone down. They were just too far away, and the horse just really tensed up over the back rail of that fence. So sadly for these 2, that fence going down means all 4 scored. Now Switzerland with 2 clears though still have that advantage of being able to jump a clear with their last rider to also keep things on a 0 score. Well, apart from that little error at the second fence, they've got everything else right, and that means that it is 4 for Annick Michel, which for the moment will be a discard score, but it puts them in a similar position to that of Ireland. At worst, their score would be 4 as well, but they could yet finish on a score of 0. So it's going to be nip and tuck between Ireland and Switzerland. Germany now, of course, have dropped back by a fence. Now the turn of the third to go for Spain. This is Paula Caracosa Sancha riding Winnie the Pooh, the 3rd Z. So far the Spanish team, who also sit on a best potential outcome of 4 in the first round. With the 4 so far, that of course moves Spain onto a team score of 8, which is an equivalent round so far to Belgium. Keeping it on the 4 as they come round now to the final fences on this course. Well, they cross the line and finish on a final score of 4, so Spain do indeed move on to an 8 penalty score. 12 will be their worst outcome, but they're keeping themselves within reach. So for the moment, they're going into equal 5th for Belgium. We are, though, still yet to see the final rider for the Dutch in this 3rd rotation. And here they are, Liselot Koremans riding Nini van HD. had some good results this year with their ponies and their horses. A really strong round here. This is going to keep the Dutch in play if she can jump this clear, because they're only a fence off the lead at the moment. Very nicely done indeed for the Netherlands. They will stay level on a score of 4 with Germany as a best potential outcome. It is a clear round for Liselotte Koremans and Nini van HD. So now we come to the final rider in the opening round of jumping for this FEI Jumping Youth Nations Cup for the children. Belgium, at best, can finish on a score of 8, but they are holding on to a discard of 8. Robin Vermeer and Diamantina Z is the last out. Coming down to the double. Waters jumped well all class, just I think one has got close to it, but beyond that. Well, this is a tremendous round at the moment. Liselotte Koremans. Of course, we saw jumper clear a moment ago. Now can Robin Vermeer do it as well? Robin Vermeer certainly can do it. Diamantina Z goes clear for Belgium. So well done. It is an 8 to finish it off in round 1 for the Belgium team, as Robin Vermeer has just delivered. And as I said, that's 2 clears coming in a row around this course at crucial moments for their teams. And Belgium ensuring that they will not be that far away from the top of the pile. Remember, we've got teams on 4 that are only a fence ahead of them, but there are still 2 teams that could yet finish on 0, one of which is next up. 4 will be the worst outcome for Ireland, but they have a chance to go through with nothing. Samwerger riding Janice Dizenbrink Z. Ireland also just holding a 4 in terms of the discard. I think did quite well there, because you could see the way they just had to back the horse up a little bit, coming down towards the double. Similar to one of the pony class, I think it was earlier, where somebody sort of overchecked, suddenly found themselves unable to go forward in any way, shape or form. Still strong, combination complete. Here we go, Samwerger. Oh no, the combination isn't complete. The back rail's gone down, and Ireland will move on to a 4 penalty score. So they will drop down onto the same potential score as Germany. What a shame for Sam. He's done a brilliant job there until that final fence in the combination, catching them out. So, Ireland on 4, the Netherlands on 4, Belgium 8, and so those are the teams that at the moment we've seen all the riders from. Next to go, though, is Germany. They are, as I say, also on 4, but with one rider still to go, it could adjust yet. They need a clear from this young lady, Brianna Beerman, and Bartoli 5. Such an important round here to ensure that Germany don't fall back. They can share the lead here going into the next round, potentially, or they could at least be just within a fence of the top. Really thoughtful the way she's riding, thinking every single stride out. Still going well here. Such a big roll in the wind in the ponies. Going well in the children's. Second clear round of the team. Alongside Charlotte Buckingham goes Brianna Beerman. We were just watching that going clear. So well done, Team Germany. They and Ireland guaranteed a 4 penalty score alongside possibly one other. We will find out. Well, so Alessandra Peloni now with a durability S. This is the Swiss chance. Of course, we know at worst their score would be 4, but they have a chance to take an outright lead, but they do need a clear to do that. Switzerland will lead outright going into the second round of this Nations Cup. Leone has just delivered the clear. Leone Alessandra Peloni has ensured they, and only they, go forward with a 0 score in terms of the teams into the second round a little later on. Brilliant performance across their quartet. So Switzerland 0, Ireland 4, Germany 4, and we still have, what, 2 riders left to go? Of course, Belgium on 8, but so are these guys and girls. It is the team from Spain, Alexandra Hirst, and Carline is next up. This is a team. I've had 3 4s, and at the moment are on a team score of 8, holding one of those as a discard. So at worst, it would be 12, but that would set them a little bit adrift and a little further back than maybe they'll want.
Alexandra host under Coraline, 8 penalties, 0.11. So the Spanish result of the first round is 12 in total. Last to go in the first round, go the Dutch mar of Equus Canoe Stella Heiligas for the Dutch team.
Choice of men, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Jolene, Jolene.
With a clear 79.02, so 4 penalties, the team score for the Dutch team after the first round.
What a way to make a living.
So we have the Swiss team with the only is clear team result after the first round. Ireland with 4, Germany with 4, and the Dutch team with 4, Belgium 8, and Spain with 12. Now, in a few minutes, we're starting with the individual riders.
Would deserve a fair promotion. Want to move ahead, but the boss won't let me. I swear sometimes.
Well, just to wrap that up, with that clear round, it meant that it was, at the end of it all, the Dutch that stay in equal second place. Germany and Ireland, all on a score of 4. And then, of course, you've got the team for Switzerland out in the lead with the clear. So we're going to come back with the individuals next, but then we'll return in a while with the second round of this Youth Nations Cup for the children here in Hagen. Switzerland are leading. Ireland, though, knocking on the door, but so are Germany and the Netherlands. It's anyone's guess which way it'll go. Rejoin us for that one.
Yeah.
love is alive. And so we begin. Foolishly laying our hearts on the table, stumbling in. Our love is a flame, burning within. Now and then, firelight will catch us stumbling in. Wherever
this competition in time of 71.30 seconds. Irish sport host Skilling, Courageous Bounce on Daisy O'Dear from Ireland.
Won't see me cry no tears. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn. But I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush, but I couldn't get enough. It was a rush, but I gave it up. It was a crush. Now I might have wanna said too much, but that's all it was. So I gave it up. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crutch. I kept saying I'ma stay in touch.
Courageous Bounce at Daisy O'Dear voor Van 82.62, 4 punten, 82.62. Der niederländische Waller Elko VM mit Johanna Nix aus Deutschland im Sattel. Johanna Nix und Elko, 8 Punkte, 77,85. 8 penalties, 77.85 seconds. Dia Top Diamond, en op een Waller van Dia Contino zo Graf Top Noemi Sunshine Touren für Deutschland.
Twice.
Hier kommt auf Diamond Naomi Sunshine Tour 12 Punkte, 71,76. 12 penalties, 71.76 sollen. Unsere Info war nur, du hast dein Eisen voll und besser gesagt noch dein Viert. Auf geht's nun für dich. Askada Z und Lindenrenner für Deutschland.
Got me feeling vertigo. Are you somebody who can go there? 'Cause I don't wanna have to show ya. If that ain't you, then let me know ya. 'Cause training season's over. Can you compete? Now is your time. Run when you hear that whistle blow. Are you on my team or stuck on the sidelines waiting for someone to tell you to go? For someone to tell you to go. You should know I need someone to hold me close, deeper than I've ever known. Whose love feels like a rodeo, knows just how to take control when I'm vulnerable. He's straight talking to my soul, conversation overload. 'Cause training season's over. Training season's over. I'm remembering, I promise to forget you now. But it's raining and I'm calling drunk. And my medicine is drowning your perspective out. So I ain't taking any fault. Am I honest still? Am I half the man I used to be? I doubt it, forget about it, whatever. And the dial
Und Lindenrenner 84,72, Claire 84,72. Und es ist Ocean bei uns, eine belgische Stute des Presley Boy und Grace Isabel Kühner für Deutschland.
when they threw me in the car. I gave your name as my emergency phone call. Honey, yeah. Ring, ring, even the cops thought you were wrong for hanging up. I died drunk, I died drunk, I died for you. I died. Drinks pouring, couldn't stop it. Turning on a slow dance, into a mosh pit. Struck my head and I heard the lock in. Told him that my first call was a crown vic. Talking about last time I was in the back of a cop car, I fell in love. And my face on the car window, tried to sober back up and loosen my cars. And it's all the same anyway. I ain't proud of all the punches that I've thrown. In the name of someone I no longer know. For the shame of being young, drunk, alone. Traffic lights and tracks with the radio. I don't like it when they threw me in the car. I gave your name as my emergency phone call. Honey, yeah. Ring, ring, even the cops thought you were wrong for hanging up. I died drunk, I died drunk, I died for you.
Grace Isabel Kühner und Ocean 8 Punkte, 75,27. Two fences down, 8 penalties, 75.27. Der Wallach Quinn vorne Quality Time und Cassini Hannes Hutwelker für Deutschland.
Are you a danger to yourself? Fuck that, sir, just let me call. I'll give you my blood alcohol. I'll rock with all the burnouts in the cell. Change my faith, I'll kiss the past. Wait, I swear she'll call me back. Son, why do you do this to yourself? And I said, I ain't proud of all the punches that I've thrown. In the name of someone I
74.83, second place. Maybe eine westfälische Stute, Dalma Pichowski from Hungary.
Long was the night, but you know we've been dreaming. The city's getting loud 'cause the mountains are screaming. When you've been through it all and it won't get no worse, then the first shall be lost and the lost shall be first. And in my soul, something is stirring now, and I'm not worried. You better get ready to see now. Good people been down for so long, and now it's like the sun is rising. Good people been down for so long, and now I see the sun is rising. Welcome to the revelation. Welcome to the revelation. The sun is rising. It's coming. It's on its way. So nothing tonight is getting in the way. The sun is rising. It's coming.
Dalma Pichowski and Maybe for Panellies 81.53, 4 Punkte 81,53. Vienna, eine hannoversche Stute des Viscount und Jacob Blue, Emma Herz-Eichenrode für Deutschland.
I know sleep is friends with death, but maybe I should get some rest. 'Cause I've been out here working all damn day. Blueberries and butterflies, the pretty things that greet my eyes. When you call and I say I'm on my way. You and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm the weather. We lay out late underneath the pines, and we still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together all the time. Spilling wine and homemade drinks, we throw a cheers, the worries sink. Damn it, it's so good to be alive. We know that we don't got much, but then again it's just enough to always find a way for a good time. You and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm the weather. We lay out late underneath the pines, and we still
Herz-Eichenrode und Vienna fehlerfrei 76,79, clear 76.79 seconds. Double D's, niederländische Stute des Quintende, Nanne Adams for the Netherlands.
the weather. We lay out late underneath the pines, and we still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together all the time. Goes on and on and on. Goes on and on and on. Goes on and on and on.
Eine weitere niederländische Studie des Balutori Jobschap for the Netherlands.
Double down and let it ride now. No one around, nowhere to go. Turn it up and turn me out, love. Something says to take it slow. But who's got the time, baby? Won't walk the line, baby. Seems like the night is ours to know. Let me take you on a midnight ride, baby, you and I. Ooh, so much we could explore. Pull me closer under moonlit skies, fire in your eyes. Ooh, you got me burning.
Set free, still never tied down, nowhere to no way. Do you feel me? Had a heart of so young, time on not much to say. Don't go too fast, don't go too slow. Darling, lose us in the dark breeze. Take my hand and take us away.
Let me take you on a midnight ride, baby.
Joyrider Jobschap for the Netherlands for penalties 81.63. The Golden Can Jump als nächstes Mette Demmler für Deutschland.
Hey man, something just crossed my mind. Remember when I chased your heart down? I told you we'd always be together, and you swore to me that we'd never be bored. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, darling. Let's hope it never gets to that.
I love the morning sun.
One thing we can always remember,
I can't wait for the moon to rise.
to always ride.
There's fire in your eyes.
Let me take you on a midnight ride, baby, you and I. Ooh, so much we could explore. Pull me closer under moonlit skies, fire in your eyes. Ooh, you got me burning. Let me take you on a midnight ride, baby, you and I. Ooh, so much we could explore. Pull me closer under moonlit skies, fire in your eyes. Ooh, you got me burning.
Now here, thinking about me.
Fourth-place vierter Platz. Luna Hagen dort führt schon. Hier ist noch AB2, der niederländische Wahlach mit Mia Meinert für Deutschland.
Desperation might give a fuck. Are on vacation, and I got this one boy, and he won't stop calling when they act this way. I know I got him. Too bad your ex don't do it for you. Walked in and dream came true for you. Soft skin and not perfume for you. I know I'm out into it for you. That Monica
Gandali de Maha of Galopé de Burley, Ines Waterloo pour la France.
Is it that sweet? I guess so. That's that me espresso. I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me. I was a functioning alcoholic, so nobody noticed my new aesthetic. All of this to say, I hope you're okay, but you're the reason. And no one here's to blame. But what about your quiet treason? And for a fortnight there, we were forever running to you. Sometimes ask about whoever. Now you're in my backyard.
Pour la France, la deuxième place. Sans faute, clear round 71.63 seconds. Vancouver, von der Valeron und Finnhobitz für Deutschland. Der netzt hinzu auf das Konto für Finnhobitz und Vancouver 8 Punkte, 77, 598 penalties, 77.59. Lorina von Carlos Tizit, Adam Goszczynski from Poland. is number 11 down for Adam Goszczynski and Lorina for penalty 72.32. I watch found Tamil Dongset Ella Bombery pour la Belgique for Belgium.
Pictures on your phone, that's called an thought you were sneaky, but you made it easy. And she got about half of my looks with no ass. Now you say come back, but I think what you really mean is whoops, whoops, you messed up. And then you got caught, whoops, whoops, you messed up. Now you're crying about what you lost. You did me dirty, oh she was worth it. You say you're sorry, but I think what you really mean is WHOOPS. Night, bitch, you made your bed. That's the dumbest shit you ever did, ever did, ever did. Whoops, you messed up. And then you got caught. Whoops, you messed up. Now you're crying about what you lost. You did me dirty. Oh, she was worth it. You say you're sorry, but I think what you really mean is whoops. We gone. Pack it up, babe. We done. I said, we gone. That's enough, babe. We done. I say, whoops. We gone. Pack it up, babe. We done. I say, whoops. We gone. Hey, no, baby. We done. I say, whoops.
Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said
Very good time of 71.80, but the last one stand for Ella Bombery pour la Belgique for penalty 71.80. Candila Mia Karaburga für Deutschland.
we were victims of the night. The chemical, physical, kryptonite. Helpless to the face and the fading light. Oh, we were bound to get together, bound to get together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said, you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. A backless dress and some beat up sneaks. My discotheque, Juliet, teenage dream. I felt it in my chest as she looked at me. I knew we were bound to be together, bound to be together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said, you're holding back.
Die schnellste Zeit, aber 8 Punkte für Mia Karaburga und Candela 70,82. 8 penalties, 70.82 seconds. Artichaut de l'Olive, französischer Ballad des Rock'n'Roll sowie Juliette Bergmans, Belgien. British on the Olympic, Juliet Bergmans from Belgium, 8 penalties, 82.67 seconds. Umpire van der Looijbaan met Horia Botusa from Romania.
Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. All night, no brakes, I'll tell, no gate. Ain't gotta try too hard. My baby's push to start. I'll torque, full speed, off-road, on me. 0 to 100 fast. My foot ain't touched the gas. I said, hey baby, slow it down, let's make it last. You said, where's the fun in that? Yeah, let's go put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles.
Quickest time, Juventus down Horia Botusa, Umpire van der Looijbaan, 69.55. Copacabana, deutsche Sportpferdestute, Johanna Hell.
Shoulder to shoulder where nobody knows. Know where we're going, we ain't going on. We're putting miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it.
Shrunk all my clothes in the washing machine. Running on 2 or 3 hours of sleep. But clearly, there's a light flashing in my car. I don't know what it means. You know what I mean? Thought I knew chaos, then I turned 18. Oh, it's kinda overwhelming.
Sekunden in Copacabana auf Rang Nummer 3. The third place, 71.91 seconds. Stroller, Westfale, 15 Jahre alt. Für Deutschland. Osten die Kala.
It's kinda weird, kinda fun. I'm a speck on a rock. You can laugh, you can dance with your stomach and not.
Carla Kühlbrand und Stroller für Deutschland.
And it all works out in the end. Oh, it's kinda overwhelming. But hey, lemons make lemonade. Flowers bloom in the rain. Growing up is a pain. It is what it is, okay. It's not the end of the world. There's always light where it burns. Just
fifth position, 75.21. Cavaliero Brand präsentiert uns noch zwei Paare, Carnival Cocktail und Kiara Cash from Ireland.
Was a time when I should might have worked. Was a time when I just threw a match and let it burn. Now I'm grown, I know what I deserve. I still like dancing with the lessons I already learned. I already know your type, telling me the things I like. Trying to run me else for life, taking me for a ride. I already know your type, you can play your cards right. Don't you know I could do this dance all night? Ooh, what you doing? Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I'd be like, ooh, it's amusing. You think I'm gonna fall for an illusion? Illusion. I really like the way you're moving. Yeah, I just wanna dance with the illusion. Yeah, I just wanna dance with. Yeah, I just wanna dance with. I could dance all
Kiara Cash, Carnival Cocktail, the competitor, retires. Lamiro, der letzte, der Niederländer mit Leni Hansen für Deutschland.
He said, are you serious? I try, but I can't figure out. I've been next to you all night and still don't know what you're about. You keep talking, but not much coming out your mouth. Can't you tell that I want you? I say it. I would want myself. Let me please believe it. I'll put you through hell. Just know me, yeah. So sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy. That you want it well. I see you eyeing me down, but you'll never know much past my name or how I'm running this room around, and that I'm still half your age. Yeah, you looking at me like I'm some sweet escape. Obvious that you want me, but I said I would want myself. Let me please believe it. I'll put you through hell. Just know me, yeah. So sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy. That you want it well. He said I'm just kidding.
Leni Hansen und Lamiro, das letzte Ergebnis der Einzelwertung, 8 Punkte, 77,35 Sekunden. 8 penalties, 77.35 for the last to go. So we have Luna Hagen as a winner in this individual competition. Luna gewinnt 71,30 und Luna, wir schauen nochmal auf die Startliste, war die erste Starterin auch noch. Hat also richtig einen vorgelegt. Glückwunsch dazu. Wir schleppen noch einmal schnell, denn um 13:18 Uhr geht es los mit der zweiten Runde. Just a short break to clean and prepare the ground. We're starting with the second round at 1:18.
Ooh-wee, she got that booty, that type of boom boom, that bass that I like. I said, who me? spell my name if you don't like me.
Another thing you do excites me. I'ma have to get a little bit spicy.
Oh, you do the most. Oh, darling, you must be obsessed with me. You like me, like me, like me. But I've been like this, I've been like this.
Talk that smack, but I'm on your list. Get it up and know it's you.
Cause I've been like, been like, been like this. I said I've been like this, been like this. Talk that smack, but I'm on your list.
Get it up and know it's me and my bitch. Cause I've been like, been like, been like this. Get it up and know it's me and my bitch.
Cause I've been like, been like, been like this.
Let me tell you. You my little boo thing. So I don't give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell 'em I'm next. Tell 'em you find a little something too fresh, I know. Tell 'em I'm next. Tell 'em you find a little something too fresh, I know. Put a little gold in the teeth and the fit good, so I took the doors out the deep, okay. I see a brother holding your seat, no beef, but I'm trying to get to know you at least. Don't take my talking to your own. I can keep it chill like the Soviet blonde. I'ma keep it real when your man long gone. If you're looking for a friend and you got the wrong song, baby girl, what's good? What's with ya? If you book tonight, that's fiction. I'm outside, no picture. You want me? Go figure. To the back, to the front. You a 10, baby girl, but I'm the one. Hey, to the back, to the front. You a 10, baby girl, but I'm the one. You my little boo thing. So I don't give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell 'em I'm next. Tell 'em you find a little something too fresh, I know. Tell 'em I'm next. Tell 'em you find a little something too fresh, I know. Hey, girl, you got me. I'm singing. It's like, oh, oh, you got the best of mine. Oh, oh, got the best of mine. Oh, oh, you got the best of mine. Oh, oh, and that dress on white. You my little boo thing. So I don't give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell 'em I'm next. Tell 'em you find a little something too fresh, I know. Tell 'em I'm next. Tell 'em you find a little something too fresh, I know. I don't know what you've been told, but time is running out. No need to take it slow. I'm stepping to you toe to toe. I should be scared, honey, maybe so, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the clouds below. I ain't worried about it.
Welcome back. Here we go. We're set for the second round of jumping to decide this FEI Jumping Youth Nations Cup for the children. We have 6 teams separated no more by 3 fences. 12 faults is the difference between first and sixth. It is as tight as you could ask for, really, but it is Switzerland at the moment that, well, lead the way. They are the only team on a 0 score coming back in the second round. Ireland and Germany are tied with the Netherlands. 3 teams all tied on 4 in second, and then Belgium on 8. And the team from Spain on 12, Charlie's O'Connor Cabu, who scored 4 in the opening round, will kick things off then in this second round with Kados. The same course is set as it was in the previous round. 85 seconds is the time allowed. Ooh, unfortunately, just running out, coming back round to the triple bar for these two. Of course, that will have perhaps an impact on the time. It was relatively comfortable in the first round. What we were seeing, people going round sort of 6-7 seconds inside. So even with a stop, there is still a chance. She just needs to be careful that doesn't happen again. Has gone. There's the time. You can see the red line now going into that time penalty situation to bring 13 on as a score. So for the moment they can stay with the 12, but they'll be disappointed with the discards. So that was Charlie's O'Connor Cabu riding Kados, the first to go in this second round of this Nations Cup. Belgium up next on their score of 8. So this is Jiska van der Rijn riding Mirror STBZ, another partnership that picked up 4 in the opening round. That upright just been a lot unfortunate, really. They barely touched it, but down it goes. Four to the finish, as it was in the opening round for Jiska van der Rijn and Mirror STBZ. So Belgium also starting with faults on the board in this second round. Well, for the teams in 6th and the teams in 5th, the first of these 3 nations that are all tied together on 4 penalties, and just 1 fence then behind our leading team. And it's certainly looking like a really tough battle for the podium here between them. This is Ireland's Charlie Flynn, and this is Aaliyah. for Ireland on that score of 4 in the opening round. Looking very solid at the moment, just with 2 fences left to go. And speak too soon, sadly, it is a fence that falls, but it is to repeat the round that they had in the opening round. Charlie Flynn there, Analia finishing on a score of 4 for James Kernan's team of Ireland. James Kernan being the chef to keep. So, next to go, we will see Max Kolga, who started things off for Germany, was in fact the discard for Germany in the opening round on that score of 8. Chef to keep is Eberhard Seaman. This horse is Check for Key. Well, they find themselves just enough space to the double. They were just getting a little bit long. Strides nicely over the water with confidence round defence number 9. It brings them back to the combination. Need to watch they don't flatten out in here. And that has seen the fence go. Still improving on their opening round to finish on a score of 4. After the 8 penalties in the opening round, it's 4 for them in the second round. So Germany following Ireland in terms of scores, like for like, with our next team coming in being for the Netherlands, the other team tied on a score of 4. Can they perhaps deliver a clear to give themselves maybe just a little bit of an advantage in trying to put the pressure on the Swiss, of course, who will come after this round with that leading score of 0. But the Netherlands on 4, and another partnership that had 4 in round 1 is Liv Linsen with Cine WZ on the first for the Netherlands in this second round. Well, at the moment, Liv Linsen doing everything that is needed. Just these final 2 fences to go. And in that battle between the three teams that were in second at the start. The early edge goes to the Dutch as they deliver the clear round there with Linda Linson and CNWZ. So beginning to try to put a little bit of pressure on the team as well that lead, and that is who's next. It's the Swiss, who are the only team to come forward with a 0 score. That single fence there for advantage over Ireland, Germany and the Netherlands. Matilda Larsen started it off on Dover 9 when she jumped that clear, and she goes again at the front of the line for the Swiss team, and they have to keep Cornelia Notz. Couple more fences left here then for Matilda Larsen. Just this last to go, and the Swiss team are looking to try and find their way to the top of the podium, and they've certainly started it well in the second round. Of course, this is the third of 4 Nations Cups here in Hagen, but so far it's been Ireland that have won the previous 2 with the juniors and the ponies. Ireland's still in this, but the Swiss are not going to make it easy, and at the moment are going to hold that lead and are continuing the form we saw in that opening round a little earlier. So we've now seen the first rider from each of the 6 teams in the second round. Now it's the turn of the second rotation of riders. Back to Spain, and now with Elena Vaquez Ajaro riding Gypsy Cardento. Another off from the Spanish team that picked up 4 in the opening round, but now they have to consider they have a 13 penalty discard they're holding, trying to keep themselves on that score of 12. They'll need a clear to do that here. Oh dear, that's a shame. Just tightened up coming into the combination. Well, the counting score, it may well be, but they kept the rest of the course. It was just that moment coming round. They sort of lost their shape over the first part of the combination, unfortunately, there for Margot Gillet. And that was I Love You Atlanta for, sorry, now it's Margot Gillet, I'm reading the wrong line. It's Elena Vaquez we were just watching there with Gypsy Cardento. So of course Margot Gillet's graphics come up straight away. I Love You Atlanta is the ride for Belgium now. Another partnership from 4 in the opening round. Belgium then just as well, not wanting to lose touch with a potential podium still on offer for them, depending on what happens with the teams above them. Oh, that is a shame. She tried to ride her way out of trouble, having lost momentum coming into the combination. And her and this wonderful horse really did everything they could, just couldn't quite reach out over that back rail. And that broke the rhythm. So in the it becomes a total of 12 for Belgium's Margot Grillet. It does mean that the team move on to a score of 12. Of course, the marks there coming up. So Belgium still 4-4 ahead of Spain, but dropping away. Although there's lots that could yet happen. We're far from being finished in this FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth for Children here in Hagen at Hofkasselman, the future champions event of 2024. Ted Fagan, console. Now it's Ireland's turn. The Irish, the first of these three teams, all tied level on a score of 4, but Ireland already with a discard of 4 that they will desperately need to keep away from the scorecard, and Ted Fagan of a double clear. One of those we've seen so far has come from Matilda Larson for Switzerland. It's turned into a rather nice afternoon after a horribly wet morning. It was really cruel earlier. Superb for the Irish. Just what was needed under the pressure of knowing they needed a clear to keep this connection with the lead of the class, and Ireland delivering there with Ted Fagan. So we have a clear from Ireland. Now it's the turn of another of those teams on 4. This is Germany, Charlotte Birken. So for Germany, again, an important round because they know that so far there is a clear in there for Ireland. Now with that round we just saw from Ted, they know already the Netherlands will go next to have had a clear. Defense to keep it to the 4. Oh no, the last has gone to make it 8 for Charlotte Birken there, and that means Germany do have to add 4 onto the score. So as the first to slip in terms of the scores from round 1 into round 2 from this very tightly bunched group of nations. The Netherlands now with Minnie Vos. And already with a clear from Liv Linson. These two who did pick up 4 in the opening round. It's Saida Bossiel So far so good as they come through the double. Still a lot of jumping to come, only halfway round, but at the moment the Netherlands try to keep the pressure on Switzerland. Middle of the combi though falls for 4. Coming home on the 4, Minivars Sire de Boissely, finishing with 1 fence down in the middle of the combination then, and 4 it is. So for the moment though, the Dutch will, like Ireland, remain on a team score of 4. But now it's the turn of Noah Phillips de Vries and venture for Switzerland. Looking to try and keep control of this class. Matilda Larsen jumped that lovely clear. This another combination that was clear in the opening round.
I took a page out of your favorite book. You saw me lies just by the way you look. Taught me a language that I'll never speak. Baby, that ain't for me. That ain't for me. I dug my grave watching you where you move. You took me higher than I ever flew. Too many times gave you a second chance. Baby, I'm just a man. I'm just a man. No more thinking about you late night. No more running around with your friends now. The picking the pieces.
Showing a tremendous level of composure and a fabulous element of skill. Little pat, job is done. Congratulations, Noah. Double clear round here in this Nations Cup, and as you can see, that's 2 double clears. Switzerland just edging ever closer. They'll just need 1 more clear to guarantee that result, and by the time we get to that next rider, they might not even need that. We'll have to see how it all shapes up. Right, we are halfway through the second round. 2 to go in each of the teams. Back to Spain and Paula Caracos Sancha riding Winnie the Pooh, the 3rd Z. Spain currently sitting in 6th place on a score of 16, holding a discard of 13 penalties. Another score that will add on to a total of 16. With that fence going down, it becomes a total of 20 now for Spain. Keeping it to the 4, they do keep it to the 4. So there you have it. The score goes on, and 20 it is for the Spanish team. So again, just unable to move forward as things currently stand. Next to go is Belgium. They also just needing a good strong round from one of their riders to perhaps give them a chance to move up. They are now 8 clear of Spain, but still 4 penalties behind Germany. Eva, Mendelia and Lorenzo next up. They are holding a discard of 12 penalties though.
People dream high in the quiet of the night. You know that I caught it. Bad, bad boy, shiny toy with a price. You know that I bought it. Killing me slow, out the window. I'm always waiting for you to be waiting below. Devils roll the dice, angels roll their eyes. What doesn't kill me makes me want you more. And it's blue, shaping your body. It's blue, the feeling I got in it. It's blue,
Oh dear. Again, they did a brilliant job there because you could see the way the horse just began to drop its head a little bit and started to look at the water, and just a little bit of encouragement from the rider, just put their legs on, gave the horse the security to be able just to keep going forward. They've managed to keep that rhythm and balance as well, which is all important. They haven't let it sort of worry them at all. Now just coming into the final line here. One more fence to go. Over that last, what a lovely round that was for Belgium's Eva Mendelia. That is exactly what Belgium needed at this stage, and it will mean they stand a chance still of moving up from 5th. It will all depend on what happens with the teams above them, but they are certainly now giving themselves a fighting chance of perhaps a top 4 finish and an outside better than a podium. Now to Robbie Sheenan and Fablia for Ireland. Another of the Irish clears in the opening round, and of course Ireland and the Netherlands, the two teams really trying, hoping to force a mistake from Switzerland for the win here. Team all watching on, everybody knowing that this round is going to be so important. Still ideally need a clear from their final rider, but this will mean that the Irish team stay on that score of 4. Yeah, still not quite in a position to guarantee them a podium, although depending on what's about to happen with this round from Germany, Ireland could then be guaranteed a podium place after that clear. Robbie Sheenan doing a fabulous job for Ireland to put them in such a strong position. Now they've got 2 clears on the board for the team. So really important moments now for Germany if they wish to finish in the top 3. And if they wish to be able to do that, they're going to need a clear here from Lutzgrosova and Castellino. The team are holding an 8 penalty discard. These two scored 4 in the first round. Defense at this point would mean that Germany wouldn't be able to overtake Ireland in this competition. The way these young jockeys are able to deal with the pressure and deliver the rounds when they're needed is quite something to behold. Lutz Christopher delivers for Germany just when they needed it to make sure that there is still an outside chance of them moving up onto the podium here. So Germany making sure that this is certainly going to go all the way for the top three positions, and nothing is yet decided. Now it's the turn of the Netherlands. They're currently on their team score of 4. They have a 4 penalty that they are holding as a discard at the moment. And this is Lisanette Krommens, one of the clears, with Nini van HD from round 1. Again, the clear round crucial to ensuring they stay tied with Ireland on that score of 4, but also, as we know, to keep the pressure, because there are still 2 riders to go for the Swiss team, and despite the strength and the strong start they've had, there is nothing done yet. This is far from finished. Well, again, proving there is so much talent in the youth ranks. Double clear round across 2 rounds of jumping. Lisanette Krommens there for the Dutch, with Nini van HD giving them the clear round that they needed just when they called for it. So that is brilliant for the Netherlands. They and Ireland going sort of round for round with each other at the moment. They both have 2 clears and a 4, and the 4's, of course, been held as discards. Now, though, is the team that they've all got to beat, because it's been going swimmingly. Oh, speak too soon, and look what can happen, and that is what I meant. You just never know in Nations Cups what will happen, and suddenly, at the first fence, Annika Michel and Destin de Ascari have had a stop, and you would never have predicted that from happening, and suddenly that's where it is, because those clear rounds have kept coming from the likes of the Netherlands and for Ireland, and now the door might be open. They're certainly going to take it all the way through to the final round. They're going to have to be careful of time. It won't change the overall scores at this moment, because whatever faults are on the board here will be held as discard scores. But boy, oh boy, is he going to put some pressure on that final round of jumping. Oh, this is certainly going to go to the wire. It could yet go to a jump off. You just never know. Again, slightly misstrided, and that is elimination. And suddenly it all will come down to Leonie in a little while as the last to go in this competition, to see if she can deliver a clear for Switzerland. We will see what happens. For the moment, though, the Swiss stay at the top, but that takes us now into this final rotation. Right, it's 6 more rounds of jumping. Could yet end up in a jump-off situation. We could yet see Switzerland continue their cruise to victory. If Leonie can repeat the round 1 performance and jump a double clear, well, it'll be Switzerland that are on top of the podium. But we'll get to that. That will be the last to go in this second round. Now to the first to go of this final group of riders, the 4th of each team. The anchor riders start with Spain, Alexandra Hurst and Coraline. Spain, who are on a team total of 20 with a discard of 13 at the moment.
Coffee
Thirdly, that upright adding 4 to Spain's score. Well, the middle of the combination falls as well here for Alexandra. Trying to now just keep it to the 8. So with that, it is 28 as the final score for Spain and Belen Flores' team. Their 8 penalty mark adding in at the end. You can see the discards up there, so they will finish in 6th place. Now to Belgium, who could, as of yet, still sneak their way up into the top 4 in this class. They can't make the podium, I don't think. It would have to be, well, there is a way it could happen, but it would be very unlikely. If we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. This is Robin Vermeer and Diamantina Z. The only way onto the podium for Belgium would require very awkward rounds for both the Swiss and for Germany. But trying to keep that possibility alive and trying to deliver a double clear here for the team from Belgium is exactly what Robin Vermeer's managed to do with Diamantina Z. A lovely round to wrap it up for Philip Lappis's team there for Belgium. That clear is the finishing of their performance, and it is a total of 12 for the team. So pressure on now. Here we go for Ireland. The result at worst would be a score of 8. That'll put them in a head-to-head with what happens with Germany, but more importantly, the clear, if they can get it here, Sandwich and Jaris Dizenbeek Z will keep the pressure on the Swiss team. We will, though, if that happens, perhaps just have to look at the times as well, with the way this could split with the Dutch. In terms of the time differences with the two counting times so far, there is a difference of 0.2 of a second.
Just like my favorite song going round and round my head. Like my favorite song going round and round my head. You're just like my favorite.
That beautifully coming out of the combination. One more fence to go to finish it off for the Irish. Brilliant, brilliant round. Sandwich handles everything that is required with Jaris Dizenbeek Z. A beautiful clear round there to ensure that Ireland do finish on that score of 4 and turning the pressure now very much over to the teams with riders still to come. It has ensured that whatever happens as well. Now, Ireland cannot be caught by Germany. Germany, who are on a best potential outcome of 8 here, as Brian Bierben, also looking to try and complete with a double clear here, wants to make sure, all importantly, that Germany hold on to 4th place and don't end up falling behind Belgium. There's only a fence between them. She's already shown just how good she is with her pony a little earlier. What an absolute star that young rider is, Brian Bierben. Jumps the clear, and look how happy that's made everybody down there, as the home team, of course, have just guaranteed themselves a top 4 finish here. There is still a way that they could end up on the podium, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. The pressure is really mounting up now, because now the turn of the Netherlands. They need a clear to keep themselves with a chance of winning this. It would have to be done through a jump off, though, because they can only at the moment tie level with Ireland. And then they are all going to have to watch the last of the Swiss riders, and we'll come to that and the permutations in a moment. This Stella Heidegger's riding Go-Go. As the anchor rider takes the slightly wider route back. Look at everybody watching on. Everyone knows what's at stake with these final rounds. This is team jumping, and that has gone. And with it, the Dutch chance of a win has fallen by the wayside, sadly for them. It drops them onto a score of 8, so now it's going to come down to the clock. The total team time for Germany, 2:39.72. Suggest that the Dutch team have a little bit of an advantage. They can't finish on a score worse than 8 because they were holding a 4 penalty discard already, so that second fence going down doesn't matter in that respect. And looking at the climbs here, I'm pretty sure now the Netherlands will finish ahead of Germany. They will. It is into 3rd place for the Netherlands. But nothing is decided. Ireland are on a score of 4. So here we go with the Swiss team. Now, because of the elimination of Annick Michel, the previous rider for Switzerland, it means whatever score comes here from Leonie, it's going to count towards the team score, which is what has made trying to decide where the Swiss are going to finish and how the podium would lock down is hard to read. If they have a single fence down, it goes to a jump off with Ireland. If they have 2 fences, or if they have 5 faults or more, it'll be Ireland that win this outright. But if they can jump it clear like they did in round 1, we'll get round for 3 time penalties and nothing for jumping. It's theirs. Switzerland riding for the win here with Leonie Alessandra Poloni as the last to go. Ignore what it says in terms of the graphics on the screen. At the moment, this is still clear. bit tight, got close, recovered well. Oh, you can perhaps just start to feel the pressure on this young jockey's shoulders. All eyes watching on, knowing that a single mistake could send them into a jump off. She's got deep. Now she's got to ride her way out of trouble. Can she get over the back rail? Brilliantly. She somehow does. Oh, and again, just struggling. Somehow got away with it, though. She's coming down towards the last. Has it stayed? No, it's gone. Has it gone? Confirmation. Did it fall? Oh, it did fall. The last fence went, and suddenly we go to a jump off. The Swiss team had the last fence down. You could really start to see and feel how the pressure was starting to get to Leone. And, well, unfortunately, despite digging her way out of trouble on numerous occasions, it didn't work at the last. And Ireland, with the rounds that they had, have managed to push this into a jump off where all the riders get to go again. It's the same story, the best three count. Wow, what a show this is, and what a class this is. Ireland, who have so far been winners of both of our Nations Cups, well, they nearly lost this one, but it isn't to be. So let's get set for a jump off against the clock.
Am I living? Oh, what a funny thing to say. But there's alive and then there's living. Am I living for today? And I'm getting older with every memory I make. Now that I'm older with these moments, will I live for them or just throw them away? But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. But
ladies and gentlemen, let's have a little look at the jump. Of course, it's starting at obstacle number 7. Then going to number 14, close to the open water, the Staffix vertical, number 14. Then the next, number 9, Defenders, waiting, 10 BC, number 11, and last to go, number 12, like in the first round.
On a cloudy day. Oh, I'm sorry, sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like a origami. Oh, I'm sorry, sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. Kiss kisses to my exes who don't give a shit about me. Kisses to the next one who think they can live without me. When I make up, then we break up, and they swear they never call me. But I still keep their number in the necklace. Kisses to my exes, happens every time. I don't mean to be cold, but it's how I get. Me and all my pride, tryna burn down every damn bridge anytime we can. And again, I'm a wild ride that never stops. I'm a hard case they can't lock. And I swear I can't lie, just not enough. Let's just say it is what it is and was what it was. Kisses to my exes who don't give a shit about me. Kisses to the next ones who think they can live without me. Make up, then we break up, and they swear they never call me. But I still keep their number in the necklace. Kisses to my exes. I'm sorry, sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like this origami. Oh, I'm sorry, sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like this origami. Said they wanna go there, they don't wanna leave. Make another promise that I can't keep. I don't ever know what I want, but that's what you want. If you're down with it, don't play me. Making it all before it starts, making it all up in my head. Probably just overshare about things I never meant. I'm a wild ride that never stops. I'm a hard case that can't unlock. And I swear I can't lie, just not enough. Let's just say it is what it is and was what it was. Kisses to my exes who don't give a shit about me. Kisses to the next ones who think they can live without me. They make up, then we break up, and they swear they never call me. But I still keep their number in the necklace. Kisses to my exes. I'm sorry, sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. Oh, I'm sorry, sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. Kisses to my exes, I know that I did you dirty, little messed up, little selfish. We ain't married out in 30. Yeah, we hooked up, then we broke up, and I said you really hurt me. But I still got your number and your necklace. Kisses to my exes.
with the children.
Well, I think we're set, as you can hear the music play for this deciding jump-off round of the Nations Cup for the children. The FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Series here in Hagen. It is the 8th leg of this year's season, and of course European Championships not far away as well. The two teams battling it out are Ireland and Switzerland. Swiss team who had been absolutely sort of imperious until their final two pony or horse rider combinations came in, and then sadly, due to a very uncharacteristic elimination, it put a lot of pressure on their last rider to go. And Leone unfortunately had the last fence down, and that fence going down has kept Ireland's hopes alive and brought it forward to a jump off. Ireland, on the other hand, of course, have been flying high through all the youth categories here so far. They had the win in the juniors yesterday, they had the win in the ponies this morning, and now they're looking to make it a hat-trick of wins here with the children as well. And perhaps you just wonder, with the way that that second round ended up going, that, well, maybe it is now more and more looking to be Ireland's day, because maybe momentum, I think, is the word I would use, certainly looking to be a little bit more with them. So let's see what happens. All four riders return, and it is, of course, again, the best 3 of 4 scores that will count. Charlie Flynn to kick it off for Ireland. And Charlie here with Aaliyah is the first to go. They come back on themselves into this final 9. Start with a clear. Surely gets over the last. 33.17 on the clock. Charlie Flynn again going well. Yeah, had that. Well, that's his clear, isn't it? Because he was 4, wasn't he? I thought it was clear, but he was 4 in that second round. So Charlie Flynn and Aaliyah setting things up nicely. Now Switzerland's Matilda Larson. Matilda, who has been in brilliant form here today, already jumped a double clear over the 2 rounds of the Nations Cup, and they need her again on Dover 9. Looks a little bit quicker as well at the moment. We'll see what happens when she gets to the end. So where is this going to put the Swiss rider? She's clear, 32.38. So just under a second faster than Charlie Flynn, and the time's now all important. So both riders have gone clear, 33.17 for Ireland, 32.38 for Switzerland. Ted Fagan goes next, clear in both rounds, a double clear in the Nations Cup here today. Can he make it a triple clear with Con Sol? And he needs to perhaps now think about the speed as well. Upping the pace a little bit may well be needed just to try and put the Irish team the Irish team back in control when it comes to the time. Nice turn back. It's a long run down to this double as is now. And then turn as tight as you can. Leaning into the turn. Looks a really strong round, and he certainly looks quicker. This is a lovely round. If he gets it clear, it's going to be quick, and it is. That was superb from Ted Fagan. Treble clear here today. And Ireland That is a big boost when it comes to the clock as well for them, as the jumping, of course, comes first. But when you're getting the clear, you need the speed. And that is exactly what that young jockey has delivered. So 30.46 and a 33.17 puts the Irish team on 63.63. Switzerland, who started off with a 32.38, now with Noah Phillips de Voist. And Bencher, another that has delivered the double clear in the opening rounds, looking to make it a triple clear. Oh, another cracking round from another young jockey pushing on, and that 31.80 is a good time, but see, that's where Ted's round being so fast has helped them out, because, well, 31.80 is on balance put the advantage now with Ireland. The team times as they stand, 63.63 for Ireland, 64.18 for the Swiss. So it is, well, very tight was the best way to leave it. Robbie Sheenan, familiar, who was clear as well in the 2 rounds of the Nations Cup, looking to deliver again for this team at James Kernan's for Ireland. Comes off that left rein. Safely through the double, back they come. And again, this looks quick. Oh, he's gone. He's taken a stride out on the way. Oh, what a superb round and fast. Ireland are pushing on towards the top of the podium with that round. 28.97, the fastest of them all. It is going to take something special from the final 2 Swiss riders to be able to challenge Ireland here today. Ireland now certainly edging ever closer to their 3rd Nations Cup win. They are absolutely proving to be the future champions here in Hofkasselman this week. But it isn't done yet. Annika Michel had that unfortunate elimination in the 2nd round of the Nations Cup. Has a chance to really put that behind her here. Can she find some pace? Because a good quick clear round will keep it tight between Switzerland and Ireland, but the Irish now know they've 100% got a 0 score, but it's whether they can get any more pace out of their final rider. So the onus is on the Swiss to be clear and to be quick. Where are we going to be in terms of the time? They've got the clear. Beautiful recovery from Annick, but the time 97.16. It's a big gap to them and the Irish as it stands, and it's going to take a lightning fast round from Leone to be able to help Switzerland try and secure this, because in terms of improving times, Ireland have a 33.17 that they can improve on. The next 2 times are a 34.6 at a 28.97. Those 2 are going to count. The 2 counting times for Switzerland, 31.80 and 32.98. Sorry, 32.38. The 32.98 is the one that they could potentially change. Now, there seems to be a bit of a hold, and I just wonder what's going on here, because there's the Irish riders moving over to the kiss and cry. They want to be able to watch this round. They know exactly.
So we call Sam the last of the Irish.
The last of the Irish team, Sam Widger.
Sam Witcher.
jump for 4 and clear over the 2 rounds. Here with Joris Dizenbeek Z. Can he improve that time of Charlie Flynn's 33.17? It's only going to make life tougher for the Swiss team if he does. Oh, he's certainly going for it. He's attacking this round. And in one respect, the pressure's off, because if he has a fence, he knows it doesn't matter in that regard. So all he can do is make life absolutely impossible for this Swiss team when it comes to the clock. He's flying down to the finish, and it's certainly been the day of days for Ireland here in Hagen. Sam Whittaker and Dennis Dittenbeck Z, in my view, has just jumped around and has secured them another win. It is yet to be confirmed, but an unbelievable performance from this quartet of Irish riders. They have been quite brilliant. They have fought their way back into this with some classy rounds of jumping, handling the pressure and delivering when is needed. But let's see what this can bring. Ireland's confirmed time is 88.76. That gives them a, in my view, an uncatchable advantage. The Swiss team on 97.16. Even, I mean, what are we looking here? We'd need to take the best part of 10 seconds off a time, which means you'd need to be going around this course in around 22 seconds, and 28 was quick. It's just, in my view, not possible when it comes to the clock. And as you can see, he just doesn't have the same level of confidence. It was the fence of Leone's at the end of that first round that cost the Swiss the win in the first round, and then when it was pushed into a jump off, the momentum was always going to be with the Irish riders. And unfortunately, it doesn't change things when it comes to the clock or the times. They've all gone clear in the jump off, which is great to see. But it is Ireland once again who win here and take yet another title in this FEI Jumping Nations Youth for the children. Their third win here at the Future Champions event in Hagen, as the podium will be heading out soon. But congratulations to James Kernan's team, to Charlie Flynn, Ted Fagan, to Robbie Sheenan and Sam Widger. Switzerland finished second, and Germany will join them on the podium as well.
was hoping to escape and make a change here in my life. It only takes one little thing to light a spark. And you said, hearts break, life can knock you to the ground. Don't hang your head down, head down. You're still young, but know the best is yet to come. Don't hang your head down, head down. 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 It's gonna be alright, be alright, be alright. It's gonna be okay, be okay. I keep lighting little fires to feel something to get burned, but at least they keep me warm just for a while. I got these growing pains and problems. I got so much left to learn as I want.
Spannender Sport war es, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. Such exciting sport we have seen, ladies and gentlemen, in the FEI Jumping Nations Cup, Youth of the Children Riders. The decision over the victory was fallen in the jump up for the
Well, I think we're set to see the lap of honour of our prize winners here. Well done, Ireland, coming out on top yet again. It'll be that Irish anthem that is played. James Kernan's Irish team of Charlie Flynn and Aaliyah, Ted Fagan and Console, Robbie Sheenan and Familia, and Sam Widger and Jeremy Disambly Z have come out victorious here in this Children's Nations Cup. Congratulations, what a brilliant team they are. And a big boost for the Irish heading as well towards the Europeans next month. The Swiss team, though, certainly took them all the way to the finish and nearly had it themselves. Matilda Larsen with Dover, Noah Phillips de Voisten Venture, Annick Michel and Destin de Skiri, and Leonie Alessandra Poloni and Jabella TS. Congratulations to Cornelia Knotts, the chef de keep. And then to Germany, to Eberhard Siemens' team of Maximilian Kolder with Chakroki, Charlotte Vulcan and Keisha Lutz, Kristova and Castellino 5, and Brianna Beerman and Balotelli 5 for the home nation, finishing there on the podium as well. The Netherlands too there in equal third in terms of their scores, and well done to them. 5th place going to Belgium and 6th place going to Spain. Tremendous sport, more to come as well, because we're not done. There is another Nations Cup here, and it will get underway at 6 local time when we have the young riders. I'll leave you with the formalities of the presentation, and we'll come back. In between there's also the FEI Grand Prix for juniors. Looking forward though to more Nations Cup jumping here on the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Series a little later on today, 6 here in Hagen.
Cavaliero, the strong fashion brand for riding and sportswear on the Calder Group, which stands for Fashionable, Functional and Affordability Equestrian Sports Collection. Cavaliero wishes the champions of the future a successful horse show. Und die durften sie schon erleben mit diesem wunderbaren Nationenpreis. Unser Ringmaster Biluji Bulkar ordnet da draußen noch einmal alles für unser wunderschönes Podium. Eingeführt haben wir das bei Horses and Dreams in diesem Jahr mit im Hintergrund den Pferden ein bisschen auch den Stress zu nehmen, wenn hier laute Hymne, laute Musik gespielt wird, dass sie jetzt schon einmal in den verdienten Feierabend gehen dürfen. Frisches Heu wartet nämlich im Stallzelt auf sie. Die dürfen sich schon mal ihren Haps gleich nehmen. Hereingebracht werden sie von unserem Mobilitätspartner, der Defender. Leistungsstark, zugstark und verlässlich bringt er uns mit viel, viel Sicherheit unsere Top-Athleten hier gleich hinein. The Walk-In of the Chef de Keeps, ladies and gentlemen, unsere Mannschaftsführer kommen schon einmal zu uns herein, denn auch sie sind natürlich Part der Delegation für die große Siegerehrung und Platzierung. Defender bringt sie herein, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. We call the third Germany, we call the third Netherlands, the Switzerland, and on the top of the podium, a warm welcome, the Irish team, Ireland. Champions 2024, ladies and gentlemen, the prize giving of the FEI Jumping Nations Cup of the Youth of the Children. The winners today, ladies and gentlemen, in a fantastic jump off with the Leah Console, Fubalia, Gironese Dieselbig Tat, to Charlie, to Tat, Robbie, and Sam, the champions, the team of Ireland. Congratulations! Together the victory with the chef to keep, James Kernan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we honor the winner with the national anthem of Ireland. Congratulations, the team of Ireland. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Und das Ergebnis wird bestätigt. Die Glückwünsche der Jury. First of all, there will be the congratulations by the member of the international jury, Kerstin Weber from Germany. Kommandiero präsentierte uns diesen Nationenpreis, Herr Sascha Menke. Gratuliert gemeinsam mit Diana Kasselmann für unsere Gastgeber. There is a special prize, a special silver for the winning team today for the victory in this Nations Cup. special prizes to the winning team as well, with a special part for every of the winning team. And congrats to the second place as well, to Matilda, Noah, Annik and Leonie. Second place, Switzerland, die Schweiz. Cornelia Nutz, alte Chef-Equipe, erhält ebenfalls herzlichste Gratulationen und wir haben einen geteilten dritten Platz. Unseren Gästen aus den Niederlanden den Vortritt, the third place ex equal to Liv, Mini, Lieselot and Stella, the Dutch team, the Netherlands. Chef to keep Edwin Hogerat with the third place team together with the German Maximilian, Charlotte, Lutz und Brian Werbau. Der dritte Platz, das Team Deutschland. Bundestrainer Eberhard Siemann hat die 4 ausgewählt. Sie beraten und betreute. Gratulation natürlich auch unseren Chef d'Equipes. During the course, Just World International connects equestrians with a direct way to help fracture the cycle of poverty through education, healthcare, and nutrition programs for children around the world. Thanks to the generosity of Family Rhine, checks will be awarded to the teams for first place 500 euros, second place with 300, and third place with 200, and the riders will then deliberate over a menu of impactful education, nutrition, and healthcare projects in Cambodia, Honduras, and in Guatemala to determine where to allocate the money, all of which directly benefits Just World's projects of the choice. Visit justworldinternational.org to learn more, become an ambassador, and find out what it means to ride for the cause. James, the next Irish victory. Did you imagine that we will have a jump off today?
You never know in show jumping, you never know. But I was just saying to somebody, since I've been in this job for 6 years, but this is the best group. There are 5 brilliant riders and there are 5 brilliant horses. So I was very confident from the beginning of the year that we'd be on the podium. So we've been in first place on 2 podiums now. So we really, really want to be on the podium at our next show, which is the European Championships, with this bunch, because they deserve it.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to all you. The fingers crossed, and every time, a big thanks that you are our guests here in Hagen. All the best to the future stars, ladies and gentlemen, and